Well, the sad thing is, I don't think you guys will be able to see this. Now, this is test 2, okay? I've increased it from 15 kilobits to 30. And on the HDR side, it's okay. But on the SDR side, it's smoother, but as I can see, the pictures are dark. Now, to me, this is an improvement, massive improvement. I'm now going to be changing the soundings.
Do I have to do to shine to break the chains of every line? Riches gold, my endless climb in the void where stars align.
Remember, when we're doing in HDR, to most people it's new. It's been out nearly 10 years. But I'm not streaming in HDR in standard 10-bit. Yes, it's coming through 10-bit on streaming, but I'm doing it in 12-bit through NVIDIA, which is 4 times the color palette. So what it's going to do is compress the 12-bit into 10-bit, enhancing the color overall. Now with the 12-bit, it also has parts of RGB and HDR. Sorry, I'm still learning. There's a lot who studies this that knows all about this. Okay? But I am the only one at the moment that's actually pushing it in Star Citizens. Plus a heck of a lot more. Because my PC at the moment is the latest gen to reach all these barriers. Let's put it this way. You've heard about SLI, it's dead. But I'm in 8K and I can get frames. I'm going to see. I don't really want to keep crashing the system because there's a lot more I want to do. I'm restarting the frame rates every 5 minutes. People don't like it. But I do have to sort out the SDR because it is too dark. There is no buffering whatsoever. And there's still a 30% redundancy on YouTube. So he's happy. I want more. Sorry, I'm a bit horsey today. I am still very, very ill. And my friends actually want my attention. I can't really help them too much because I'm a bit grumpy. No, it's, yeah, well, when you get to my age, we're all grumpy. No, what I mean is at the end of the day, they need help. A new guy's coming yesterday. He needs a bit of help. I couldn't actually talk to him live yesterday because, like I said, I was ill. So Little Miss had to do the translation at the end of the day. But it had to be me to actually... Oh, 1 minute. Oh. You can go to hell. Hi, Doctor. Oh, it's you, Doctor. How you doing, mate? I'm not going to piss you off today. Is this okay? Is that okay? Blah, blah, blah. I should knew you sneaking around in the background, but I'm not going to keep going. I don't know if you're going to bed or what. Is there any improvement in HDR? You can see the bit rate. Yes, I'll tell you what's happening. As you can see, the color depth is in 12-bit. I know. That's not the way it's supposed to work. You're the master at this, okay? But this is what I've done. It's in 12-bit, okay? Converted into 12-bit into streaming, okay? And as you can see, if you've been watching most of me color, what they call it, I've not been able to get it over 60 frames per second. I've now got it in 60 frames per second. So it's a win-win there. The graphics are smoother. I know you've got the same monitor I've got, so you should be able to see the colors if you've got yours PC set to 12-bit. I don't know. But if there is any improvement, it will big up my ego. You know what I mean? Just like you know what you're talking about. I just want to push the latest tech as far as I can push it. Happy thanks Fart Day. Happy thanks. It's not July the 4th yet. And I am at 30 kilobits. Anyway, I have to wait for you to respond now. And I know you're eager to get back into Star Citizens, but as you know, Linux, I'm still learning. Yes, put it this way, I'm not even in Vulkan at the moment, okay? Because there's too much new technology going on in Star Citizens. Temperatures on the graphics is 50, CPU 50, neutralization in hybrid is 73 on the 5090 and 20% on the iGPU. I'm using 30 gigs of, I know you want to see all of this, okay, for all you tech wizards. I'm slowly building my PC back up. Okay, I can put everything on there, but like I said, there's so much. When I say there's so much, there's so much. And I'm learning about ranking now. Gear, sorry, not ranking, gear. Which is also new. And if I'd known this beforehand and understood it, I would have 96 gigabytes of RAM in my PC right now to run my PC the way I want it. But the biggest problem is Scan Computer UK is now selling the Pimax Crystal. I repeat, Scan UK in Manchester is now selling the Pimax Crystal. Alright, so if you don't want to do the mail order and wait until next year to get it, you can get it in the UK right now. But I'm still waiting. Yeah, because I'm looking for a special one at the end of the day. And I'm chuffed. Now I have a choice because you see, the Dream Air is the one I should really have. Why? Because I play for hours. Anyway, whoa. Rewind. Let's forget about the Pimax at the end of the day. Alright? There is a lot of other people advertising the Pimax, but remember, I know a little bit about Pimax because Pimax uses Tobii eye tracking. Okay, and it's native. There is a lot of people there doing it in the background, but there are things I know. Okay, at the end of the day. But if I've not got the hardware to run it, I cannot show it. Now, I have got the hardware to run it, okay? But what I mean is, I'm not talking about running this shit in 4K. I'm talking about running this shit in 6K per eye. I'm talking about running this shit in YGig. I'm not talking about running this shit in 16 megabytes of RAM, which is the minimum spec for the Pimax. It needs 32 gigs. Can you see where I'm coming from? Exactly. And at the moment, there's not very many people that's got the specs to run that. And people can't spend that kind of money for it to test until it fails. But I've got the power of AI to help me understand. Well, that's the reason why, oh, this is working the way it's working. But you know something? I just need to do one more thing. I want to see what this is like fully maxed out. It is now, the frames at the moment, I've got a redundancy of 60. I'm just going to run it for max at the moment. So you guys can't see this because you all like to see this in the afterburn or whatever. But at the moment, like I said, oh my word. Oh my word. Will you look at that? It's a pity you guys can't see this. Let's see if I can get it just a little bit brighter. You know something? I bet I could get this running at 90. Whoa, 90 is double the blah blah pixel rate. That would be 60. It would choke. The reason why I'm saying 90, because that's the sweet spot for HDR, the Pimax crystal. So it's going to be on a 1:1 ratio. The streamers. I'm going to try it. I want to try it. Should I try it? It's a little bit too high. So 60 is 120. So I'd have to change it to 90. 90 frames per second would give me 45. I need to think this one through. It's not that, you see, every time I restart the stream, because don't forget, people are interested. 1 minute. Oh, I'll leave that.
I just peeped your last vid, Scott. And man, pure truth.
Imagine pushing this at 90 frames per second on streaming.
65 years of game and I'm still waiting on my NPC crew. Let's go. Started back in pixels for the world had light when the joystick squeaked and
So I'm just moving around because I'm looking for blemishes and all them kind of things.
Skyscraper tall, bought a javelin, baby, cost more than the mall. Then Chris Roberts said, no bots, just friends. And I'm like, bro, you know how this ends. I'm the solo bridge commander, talking to my
I need to change my flight into my flight gear anyway. Oh boy.
But 3 seconds in, they're starting the conga line. One's playing karaoke, one's shooting the floor, and I'm sitting in the cockpit yelling, who opened that door? Now I'm solo in the verse like a madman in space, talking to reflections, keeping pace with grace. 50 years deep, yeah, still in the game, and if the AI don't help, then Pepper's the name. I'm the solo bridge commander, talking to myself again. Voice attack on standby.
You see, each locker has its own gear, and I like to keep things tidy, you see. It's a lot more than that, but I'm just trying to simplify everything.
Time and time again, then I became a fugitive. Not because I'm evil, now because I'm reasonable. They chased me through the zones, bullets flying like rain. I was sweating in 0G, whispering don't feel pain. Then I saw that fool playing dead on the floor, so I gave him 3 more shots just to make sure. Moral of the story, NPCs save lives, humans just make memes out of your demise. I'm the solo bridge commander, king of the void. Got my snipe on my ship and my sanity employed. Spend 3 grand on a javelin, that's insane, cause random humans treat it like a crash test game. I'm the solo bridge commander, mirrors my crew. Space ain't for the weak, but it's perfect for a few. When the stars go dark and the comms go dead, I just smile and salute. Good job, me. I said, yeah, Star Citizen's beautiful, but until they add NPCs, it's just me, myself, and I. Commanding a 1 billion credit warship, while talking in the coffee machine. Bridge Commander Pepper, out. Yo, what is? Yo, it's Bridge Commander Pepper. Reporting live from Lepsky, baby. Woo! Yo, PTU's back online, I'm back on the grind. Starfare full of rovers, yeah, 6 at a time. Who even does that? Way back after Port Elizar, when ships were slow like molasses, I rolled in the left ski, breaking asteroid masses. Had a Starfare, big belly full of dreams, 6 rovers inside. I was living extreme before the bling, before the pimp my ship scene. Pepper was hustling, cleaning those beams. Anthony Tanaka, the kid, the spark, fought for freedom, left the light in the dark. Turn the thrusters high, rocks in my pocket, fugitive fly. I ain't
Hi there, so, oh, I can read it up here. What's your name? Hi there, ZZVINF. Is this a Star Citizen song? What the F am I hearing? No, actually, I've created this through an AI app. Okay, Basically, if you look in my descriptions, it will show you where you can do all of this. AI is the future, whether we like it or not. It's just understanding how to use it. There's so many different formats, okay? But if you notice, listen carefully. You hear Pepper in there, you hear the Palabs, you hear this. Yes, it's a Star Citizen song because that's what I've created. I got bored of the old format. But there's a lot of technology which I am actually trying to show people. One, I don't know what type of system you've got, but I'm also showing in HDR, 60 frames per second in 8K. Okay, yes, 8K in 12-bit color format. But I don't know if you guys can see all this. When I say 8K, this is what I mean by 8K. 8K format, unheard of. DLSS, unheard of. Everything maxed out, unheard of. This is all Gen 5 equipment, alright? And I'm all running in. Well, if I just said 2 GPUs, you wouldn't know what it meant. But if I said SLI, you would understand. And the first criticism you guys would give, SLI's dead. I get it. I hear you. Alright? But you've heard about some people on the internet talking about 2 graphics cards running AMD and running in graphics or the 5090 Black. You've heard all that. Well, because we've now got the new Intel processor, the blah blah 269, you know which one I mean, the latest one that's out, it's only got 24 lanes. So because you've got 24 lanes, you can't run 2 graphics cards at its full potential. But the the Intel processor, one second, I'll read what you're saying in a second. Just let me have a little rant. But with the Intel processor, it's got an iGPU built in. So I bought the Gigabyte AI tops with a display port on it. So that now uses the iGPU. So what I've done, I'm trying to speak as slowly as possible. I'm using the iGPU to display the graphics and the 5090 to do the rendering. And guess what? Oh my god, I'm getting frames in 8K at nearly 200 frames per second. It's the God's honest truth. Alright, now let's read what you're catching up on. Is this Star Citizen song? What? Yeah, I read that bit. Oh, okay, LOL. Did you install GitHub DLSS to unlock it? Good question. Good question. Good question. Let me remember. I think I did, but this was over 4 or 5 weeks ago. So it might have gone back to its old set because there's always updates. I hear you, okay, because you got DLSS and you got DLSS 4.0, it gets complicated. And you got Vogue, yeah, I hear you, I can't remember. But yes, I've done all those formats at the end of the day. But it breaks things. Because remember, you've got to set up it gets complicated. It gets complicated. Next question there. I'll call you ZZ for now. ZZ3, okay? I am all Star Citizens related, okay? So everything will be where Star Citizens is. Also VR, the Pimax and Toby. And now graphic resolution to get the best. But remember, my PC is ahead of its time. Well, it's not ahead of its time. It's in what? people just call me Infection. Infection. Well, I can't read, you see. Infection. No problem. But if you subscribe, you'll know I'm always on. I'm on a consistency. But at the end of the day, I'm about continuous roleplay. 140 frames per second now I am at. GPU utilization 96 at 60 resolution, 60 Celsius. Processor 40. CPU. I should be showing this. It saves me there reading it all out. If you subscribe, you see I'm always on, but it's all about Star Citizens and what I can put in it. If you've read me transcript, the transcript is old. It needs updating, and there is some crazy shit in there. Trust me, some crazy shit. I'm still getting dressed here, by the way. But I would like to know something. Is that what's the graphics like on your end? I'd like just give me an idea. I know you're gonna say it's awesome. Yeah, I know. I'm picking me up. But what I mean is, overall, compared to other streamers, is there any improvement? I just need a comparison so I know what if I'm going in the right direction. Right, it's showing in 4K. I know it's difficult because you might come on for the first time, you see, and you've not seen the past streams. I get it. But 8K resolution, at the moment, I'm knocking out in this mode over 120 in 8K. Okay, and added to that, as you can see, streaming. Oh shit! It's as smooth as my baby's backside. I know you don't hear all that. I get it, but I want to push this to 90. Because I'm going VR, you see, and the Pimax standard is 90. Most people only have 2K or lower resolution on their monitors or TV, so they won't be able. I hear you 100%, 100%, and I agree. Okay? I agree. I'm just trying to find a way to word this. How can I word it? But remember, how old is that technology? It's because people don't know about it. If people was advertising it, people would know about it. And then when you're weighing the cost and the health reason, is it worth it? You see where I'm coming from? Remember when you say 2K, I was streaming in 1080p on my 1080 Ti because it bloody well wouldn't work. I get it. I understand. You know what I mean? But now I gave my PC away and I've learned about 8K this and 8K that. My old PC is now showing 4K. And on a monitor I've had for 15 years, that I didn't know could even do 4K. It can't do HDR because that's down to monitor. I hear you, which is an IPX, and I'm actually watching one at the moment in SDR, and I can see it's dark. So I've got all these screens there doing the comparison and trying to portray all. Is it worth the cost? Is it not worth the cost? At this moment, I'm at 140 frames per second. You see where I'm coming from? And it should crash, but it's not. That's because it's a new format and I call it hybrid. Not SLI, it's hybrid because I'm using 2 graphics cards at the end of the day. But there's a bit more to it. Don't say that's not the way it works. I've got a lot of people that says the same thing and I have to agree. That's not the way it's supposed to work. But when you're looking at it, something looks different. And you can't quite place it. For instance, if I told you what type of SSD I'm running, and I could show you the numbers, you'd blow a gasket. If I was to turn around and say to you that my SSDs are not running over 25 Celsius, you'll tell me to fuck off. Do you see where I'm coming from? But I built this PC for me, okay? And yes, I spent a lot of money on this PC for me. This PC up to now has cost me 8 grand, 5 grand, I don't know the figures, alright? You can build the same PC with the same specs for 1,000 quid. Yes, you can, honestly. And when I got my RAM, yes, and my RAM is running at 9,200 mega transfer. You heard right, overclocked. I should have got 96. RAM's gone up. It's risen so high. People say it's not going to work. I didn't know about gears. I didn't know that the RAM gets hot and you have to cool it. I didn't know about clock transfer. I didn't know about this. But because I used AI to help me, it's put everything into perspective and told me and helped me to understand things. Oh my word. I'm sorry. Every time I look at what I'm seeing, but you can't see, all you can see is running smooth. Even the SSDs, they've got RAM cool. Yes, we said. My honest opinion would be don't play this higher than 4K. It'd be easier on your computer and saves your computer in the long run, as well as doesn't play too much difference. Right. Okay. I hear you and I hear you 100%. Okay. What is the difference between... No, I can't stream in 8K. I hear you. What is the difference between 4K and 8K? Well, there is no difference. But there is text quality. That's the first thing that I've noticed, text quality. Now, because of text and also AI, you're talking about it. Wait, also the AI you're talking about is what's raising the cost. Yes, yeah. Don't tell me about it. Corsair RAM, and I bought my Corsair RAM in March. I don't know the exact price, I think it was 350 quid. The same thing now is 700. I hear you. But if I didn't listen to the professors, I call them professors, I would have 96 gigabytes in RAM now and I'd be breaking more records. I hear you, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not, alright? Trust me on that. But what I see here, it's just hard for me to explain. It's because of the data I agree, but guess what? Think about it. I did this conversation yesterday through AI. If the RAM's gone up, that means the RAM has to go in this SSD in. Well, you know, it's got to go in the memory slots. So they're buying more RAM. Won't they have to buy motherboards to put the RAM in? Has motherboards gone up? Yes, it has by 30%. But they're not advertising that. Think about it. You're buying the RAM because the data centers needs it. Okay? And at the end of the day, let's go one step further. Why they're not using server RAM? See where I'm coming from? And what I mean by server RAM, data we don't, you know, all I know you know your shit, okay? All them kind of things at the end of the day. So if RAM's gone up, motherboards will go up. It's got a knock-on effect. If you're enjoying it, then that's all the reason to do it. Just know your viewers can't see anything. Yes, I know they can't see it, and that's the reason why I'm trying to elaborate, okay? But I do have ways of showing it, okay? But at the moment, I am in 4K full. Basically, let me show you what I mean. I am in that mode. If I was in this mode or this mode, then yes, you would see it. Okay? But at the moment, it's a little bit difficult because I'm always doing things in the background and I've got personal stuff which I don't want people to see. And that's the difficulty. Okay? If you can see where I'm coming from. People want to see what I'm talking about. I will go back to all of that. Trust me, but at the moment, I have to think about security things, you see. And if I make a mistake, I could get a copyright strike. I'm trying to explain all of this. It's not easy. I'm just a 2-bit explorer, basically, you know what I mean? Learning all of these things. I'm not saying the best at it at the end of the day and trying to put it into somebody's eyes that want to see all of this. I know you know your stuff and I'm agreeing with you, okay? Everything you say, I agree with you, but you want to see numbers. You want to see proof. Is it a fake? Is it a fake? Not. I hear you.
Aegis combat assist.
Right, the GPU temperature's gone up to 65 Celsius. GPU neutralization is 97. There's no redundancy. So I'm going to turn that down by 30%. And hope it doesn't go below 60 frames per second. Again, explaining all of this and not seeing it is not what people want to see. You're a tech wizard. These you want to see. Other people just want to play the game. There's a bit in there for everybody. I will try one way and put in everything in. But at the moment, it's just difficult. Even with Discord channel, I can't remember to put it in. But let me drop my frame rates down to 80 frames. That should cap the 1% lows. That's a 10% redundancy. 70%. That's okay. if you're enjoying it. I will try and show everything. You're using a head tracker. Yeah, I'm using the Tobii eye tracking. I'm using the Tobii eye tracking version 4, not version 5. So if it's a bit disoriented, I'll just turn it up a second. And yes, that also has an impact. I get it.
Engines online.
So it's just not something I've been doing in the last couple of months. I've been into all this for years. Even before it came into Star Citizens.
Proximity alert overhead.
Walking round the ship, he wonders what it takes to get the thunder. Wealth eludes no matter blunder. Fainting skies go under. Pepper's heart, a burning fire. Frustration melts, the stakes get higher. Lightning strikes will it acquire. Riches flowing or desire.
And when it comes to motion sickness, all these things I'm also been working on too. And snappiness of the graphics. I do agree everybody has their opinions, alright? And I take all of it on board. What works for one person doesn't work for somebody else. Did you know you get more FPS by trimming the hologram in the top left hand corner of the screen? Can you clarify what you mean? Did you know you get more FPS by trimming the hologram in the top left arm? When you are in first person, you get the hologram in the top part of your screen. If you turn it off, you get more FPS. Oh, yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, you mean like the ship and stuff. Yeah, I know all about that. That's old tech, that. Well, Mercer, no, that came out wrong. That's not what I mean. Yeah, I do know all about that. But sometimes when you got 1,000 things there going on, it's difficult. And to do that, gosh, I should be able to do it here. I'm trying to find out which one does it. I won't turn these on anyway. I can't remember what setting does that. But yeah, I do know all about it. I have to be careful to close these doors. The reason being, I've got a ship underneath there. When you are in first person, you get the hologram at the top left part of your screen. If you turn it off, you get more FPS. Yeah, I got that bit. But at the moment, I've got more FPS than what I can handle, believe it or not. I know you can't see it, but when you're kicking things like, say, 100, nearly 200 frames per second, I know you can't see it. But here's the bad thing now. I'm going to show you. But let me find a way of showing you. 1 minute. See, sometimes when you're changing screens, the PC don't like it unless you turn things down. Remember, my PCs are high format and switching things isn't that easy sometimes. I'm gonna go into 4K Ultra Super Wide. It'll just about show the afterburner. I am actually in 8K, but streaming is in 4K. But when I go into this mode, it's not pleasant for most people with standard screen. Basically, you'll be squinting your eye. So I can't stay in this mode too long. But I am doing a lot of tests in different formats, so please bear with me. There it goes. I've got overlays on top of overlays now. Take the cap off the frame rates. So as you can see, I'm knocking nearly 200 frames a second. Alright? That's it. Like I said, I can go even more than that. But that's in... Oh, I don't like it. I really don't like it. And if it was in DLSS, you know that's nearly 400. Okay? But I don't like them graphics. So let's sort the graphics down. But you must remember, with PC it's all 5th gen. There's nothing in here 4th gen. Anything in 4th gen will handicap the frame rates, the processor, the lot. Okay? It will. I do understand it, but I don't want to go into it because, like I said, there's been so much discrepancy with the 5th gen architecture. Okay? Well, like I said, I've done so much tests over the months Seeing is believing. But then I got to explain it. I'm not an engineer in that. I can only just show you what I can see. Now, as you can see, I'm still showing 200 frames. I am in hybrid, technically SLI. How that is done, I'm using the iGPU to show the display and the 5090 to do the rendering. Okay, this is technology that is not out. You can't get this on you can't get it on the AMD, but it's last gen. There's a lot of things in there. Why has it not come up yet? I'm just waiting for it to show up. It's not showing it. Now why is it not I'm in super ultra wide, you can't see it. But basically at the moment I'm getting 200 frames per second, alright? I'm just thinking. I can change the OBS while I'm live. But I'm going to go one step further. I know you can't see it and I get it. You heard me say I'm showing nearly 200 frames per second. Okay, you've got to take my word for it. But my graphic card is only using 350 watts. And I'm trying to find a way how to show this. $350 watts on my GPU at 250 frames per second. Sorry, 200 frames per second, and that's in 4K. I don't know how I'd have to restart it all again. But the first thing I see, which you guys can't see, is the blurry text. I've now come down to 120 frames per second inside the ship. You see, I've got more frames than what I need. And actually, the neutralization on the graphics card is less than 50%. You guys need proof. Or I'm just talking through my backside. I get it. I get it. But don't worry, the tech wizards will find a way to show it. I can show it, but it means me logging out, logging back in and whatnot. Okay? But to prove that I am in super ultra wide, I'm going to put the text box up. You can't see it. Oh, and you cannot see the hologram either. That's because I'm in super ultra wide. But I don't really want to put it in this at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Because I don't need. I'm just waffling on rubbish now. But at the end of the day, this is 4K at 200. And I'm using half the graphic resolution of my GPU.
65 years of game and I'm still waiting on my NPC crew. Let's go. Started back in pixels for the world had light when the joystick squeaked and the sprites took flight.
What you should be able to see with me moving around is the smoothness of the graphics.
Follow the rules. Now I'm flying capital ships, skyscraper tall, bought a javelin, baby, cost more than the mall. Then Chris Roberts said, no bots, just friends, and I'm like, bro, you know how this ends. I'm the solo bridge commander, talking to myself again. Voice attack on standby. I track the
Why?
NPCs don't call me captain, but they should, my friend, 'cause humans blow my ship up time and time again. They told me get a human crew, it'll be fine, but 3 seconds in, they're starting the conga line. One's playing karaoke, one's shooting the floor, and I'm sitting in the cockpit yelling, who opened that door?
I'm now at 160 frames in this mode. I'm still in super ultra wide and it's cropped. I'm trying to give as much information as I can because you can't see it. 200, wow. If you've got a keen eye, you should be able to tell by just the smoothness. And I'm still only using less than 300 watts on my GPU.
Cause I'm reasonable. They chased me through the zones, bullets flying like rain. I was sweating in 0G, whispering don't feel pain. Then I saw that fool playing dead on the floor, so I gave him 3 more shots just to make sure. Moral of the story, NPCs say
Now, believe it or not,
teams out of your demise.
on the streaming side, the colors are better.
Got my sniper, my ship, and my sanity employed. Spend 3 grand on a javelin, that's it.
I'm now showing, wow, 230. Shit.
Bridge commander, mirrors my crew, space ain't
240, 250.
stars go dark and the comms go dead. I just smile and salute.
I gotta take a snapshot of this.
That's it. Yeah, Star Citizen's beautiful, but until they add NPCs.
No, I've done this already before. I showed frames of 400 in this mode. I'm gonna take it again.
Commanding a billion credit warship.
Doctor has to see this. Doctor has to see this.
In the coffee. Bridge Commander Pepper. Out. Yo, Webby.
Control copy.
Yo, it's Bridge Commander Pepper.
Control copy.
Reporting live from Lepsky, baby. Yo, PTU's back online. I'm back on the grind. Starfare full of rovers, yeah, 6 at a time. Who even does that?
Let's see if it's worked.
When ships were slow like molasses, I rolled in the left ski, breaking asteroid masses. Had a Starfare, big belly full of dreams, 6 rovers inside. I was living extreme before the plane.
Can only be done in hybrid. It's a new word now. SLI. I didn't mention that word. Just give me a second, you guys. I've got to post this in Discord. Let Doctor analyze this bullshit. And the first thing you say, Pepper. I've never seen numbers this high. I said, yes, your mother. Libra of high. Don't explicit. That's not the way it's supposed to work. Sorry. It's how me and the guys get on in Discord. They take the piss out of me. I insult them. But it's all banter, okay? and they're all tech wizards. Honestly, I'm just trying to get this up. No, right? Okay. This PC. Program files. Robert Space. Star Citizens. PU. Green snapshots. Control. Copy. Paste.
So when the servers drop and the patch is done, you'll find me at Lesky having my fun. Starfarer Park, tea in my hand. Fugitive.
Damn it, I hasn't shown it. So it can only show it in Windows mode. What will Windows mode do? Windows mode do again. I don't want to crash my damn game. And then I've got to change something in the NVIDIA so it shows its true format. I'm at Pyro. If the system crashes, it will put me at Orison. It's not crashed, good. Right, let's try to do a screen snapshot now. Control, copy. That's showing the old picture, okay. Go into here, upload file, go into PC. See, I weren't supposed to be doing tech talk, but every time I find something new, I've got to show the guys in our Discord. Oh.
So when the patch loads slow, me sip me tea, watching them ships drift past me knee. Delamar rough but me heart strong. Pepper and Levski them get along. Now drop the rhythm, DJ rewind. Me fugitive style, one of a kind. Levski forever. Me say.
Yeah, I just peeped your last vid, and man, you spoke the pure truth about Star Citizens and those NPCs versus human players.
Ah,
Let me
it's
tell
up.
you, I've been gaming for over 50 years. Yeah, shocker, right? I'm 65. Don't let the energy fool you.
There you are, Dot Dot. You can take a measly look at yourself. If you got any dentures, don't make them drop out of you and put them in a glass, alright? Then let me have a look before I open my mouth.
Back in the day, we had MPCs. They were like the polite kid in
That's showing 170 at the moment. Let's see if we can do it again. Control.
Nope, no NPCs on your ship.
Like that. It's that.
And I'm sitting there staring at my screen like, bruh, how is this supposed to work? I got all the capital ships, every single one, including the Javelin. Now I need a human crew. Good luck.
Too many damn screens open. Ah, yes, Dot Dot, there it is, 240 frames a second. Check that out. Now you're going to tell me that's not the way it's supposed to. Like I said, it's not. Anyway, just give me a minute. I'll be back in 2 minutes, you guys, if you're still here, okay? Right, I'm back. And what this means, you guys, don't forget this. I'm not even in DLSS, okay? It's not on. Right, I now need to go back to what I was doing. Why don't I just stay in it? No, because you can't see it, so there's no point staying in it. I've got to try and get back to where I was now without crashing. First, reverse what I did in that same order. Before I do that, take all this out. Next, drop the frame rate, and by the way, the graphic card is not overclocked. Next, afterburner, cap it. 80%, 80 frames. Okay, that's now been done. Now, this should go straight back in there, no problems. Right, that's now all back. I'm sorry you guys can't see this. Please bear with me, okay? I'm putting it back into focus because I have got personal stuff in the background I don't want to expose, and I've got to explain it was an accident. That's how I lost my YCbCr license, you see. It's very, very difficult. When you're dealing with new technology, and you've only got split seconds to do this all on impulse. But you guys will see this in months to come, but not now, because even the professor, I call them professors, they don't even know for themselves. Okay? I'm just checking everything, putting everything back to how it was. In the order I changed it at. And I've been doing this years, just in case you guys don't know. And one thing I'm starting to learn, when you guys have got things fixed in your head, if I even try to explain it, people get upset. And it causes a lot of embarrassment. And it's not about me, it's about what's not being revealed and what you can afford to spend. Okay? Now the problem is, I'm not quite back in my normal resolution. I'm just trying to work all this out. It's all too much for me, this. What am I not doing? It's still in super ultra wide. I don't want super ultra wide. Ah, 8K. That was what the problem was. Back into 8K. I'm sorry you guys, I could not show you proof of this because still I forgot to put my Discord channel there so you could see them numbers for yourself, okay? If I had it set up where you could see full view, which you all wanted to, I would have done that, but I wasn't expecting to be seeing frames at 240 frames per second. I wasn't expecting that, okay? I know it's capable of doing it. I've done it more than once, okay? But there's a lot more going on with this new tech of Gen 5, Everything in here is all Gen 5. There is nothing left on the table. Even the graphics card, that's the only slowest thing on my PC running at the moment. Why? Because the SSD is using the lanes. Basically what I mean is, the 5090 is not running in 16 lanes, it's running in 8 lanes. And before you say it, remember, you're listening to everybody else without testing yourself. What I mean by that is, they say that the 5090 will not use the full 16 lanes. It'll only run at 16 speed. Bullshit. Bullshit. Why? Because it's all down to your RAM at the end of the day. Alright? The RAM is the bottleneck. But at the end of the day, we're still running our RAM in gear 2, gear 4. Alright? And that's 4 times divided by the gear speed. So that means in gear 4, if it's supposed to be running, well, I got my RAM clocked to 10,000. That's basically 9,200 mega transfer. Okay? The RAM gets hot. You have to cool the RAM down by putting fans over it. It's got nothing to do with the motherboard. It can't go over a certain speed. Okay, else it gets hot. There's so much going on, and you want me, a 2-bit don't know shit, to explain it. I'm not going there. Alright? And I don't mean to be insulting. I've heard it all before, because when you're taking the word title from somebody that knows it all, it doesn't go down nice. And like I said, our friend has just come on and said this and said that. I agree with him 100%. I'm not going to argue the point. But what I see here, argue the point. Most people are in 2K. I get it. Alright? They can't afford it. Bullshit, they can. Why can't they afford it? Because these streamers are not telling them how to get these things at a fraction of the cost. So you have to sell your kidney to buy a kidney. This PC cost me $6,000. It didn't cost me a penny. And yes, at the end of the day, you don't need to spend $6,000 to get this technology in all Gen 5 stuff. You can spend £1,000. That's the God's honest truth. When you see all these guys like our friend Jets, they're not mocking him or putting him down. Remember, it's all AI stuff that shot up the price. I get it. I hear you. I know. What was it before then? I got to cough. I'm not well at the moment. But I'm just saying for 1 minute, just looking what I'm saying, is there a possibility? Is there any truth in the matter? That's all I'm saying at the end of the day. I'm nobody. But how long have I been doing this? That's the question. But when somebody's on the top seat and you've got to explain all this to them, they're not having it. I get it. If I was to tell you at the moment, we're in the middle of winter and outside is freezing point. Okay, what is my house at the moment? I'm in my boxes and I'm throwing 26 Celsius because it's that warm in this room, and it go to 28 Celsius. I'm not paying for central heating. It's all three. If I was to turn around to say to you, I've got an 85-inch monitor throwing 300 watts per second, and I'm playing 18 hours a day, you now times that. That's a heck of a lot of wattage. Guess what? I can run my electric car on less than 10 kilowatts a day. But guess what? Go VR, Pimax. How much is that in wattage? It's only 60 watts. 60 watts compared to 600 watts. So 300 watts of TV. You pay for your VR automatically within a couple of years, and you still got the latest tech. You guys don't want to hear all that because Big Brother says this. You know, at the end of the day, if I had it, I could afford. I've heard it all. You can't afford this. You ain't got this. The first thing, you can afford it. If you can afford to go to a burger bar and spend £6 on a burger, you can damn well afford it. My burger is better than the £6 burger. I get 3 times the amount and it only cost me 10 pence. See where I'm coming from? You guys go to work, okay? And you're working like nobody's business, right? For maximum pay. I don't know what it is, but let's just, well, let's put it straight. If you're earning £1 an hour, you only get 20 pence out of that pound. Me, that pound, that 20 pence, I'm earning £1 out of it. Why? Because I buy all my stuff wholesale. And because I buy all my stuff wholesale, I bring it home. I cut it up. I gift wrap it, put it in the freezer. But remember, the shops do the same thing. I'm not being racist, but I say at the end of the day, you go to round the corner to the Pakistan man shop. How much you paying at the Pakistan man shop? Where is he buying it from? He has to pay for fuel. He has to pay to wrap it. He has to pay mortgage. He has to pay rates. He has to pay this. He has to. It all goes on the cost. And at the end of it, you're paying VAT on top of that. And guess what? With the money you're selling, saving at the end of the day, you're going out there, you spend it, throw the money in the bank. Guess what? You get earning interest on top of that. You don't need to beg, borrow, or steal. But when you're listening to your friends at the end of the day, they're telling you this and they're telling you that. Before you know it, you will be beg, borrowing, stealing. You will be selling your frigging kidney to buy an 8 grand PC so you can keep up with the Joneses. That's the God honest truth. I'm 65 years of age. I know about number crunching, okay? And I can't be beaten on it because I had the best teachers. All right? Me and my missus argue every day, okay? We argue every day at the end of the day, and I am retired and I still save 12 to 14 grand a year. But she's happy because she still gets what she wants. I get what I want. I want a PC. I want this, I want that, I want an electric car. It's all a knock-on effect. And anyway, what got me onto this topic in the first place? I'm supposed to be talking about PCs. It's all the same. You can afford it. You've just got to understand it. Alright? I hear people at the end of this, they can't afford this. They can. But it's understanding as well. People are scared to put their mouth where the money is. I did that until I was attacked in my sleep. I don't put money in the bank. I don't have money in the house no more. I never have money. When my friends come round, because I bulk buy, they come to my house in doggy bags. They're walking out with the frigging food. It's costing me nothing. I can afford to give it away. Because at the end of the day, let's give you an example. How much is a bag of spuds? You go to Pakistan man round. Remember, it's my lingo. At the end of the day, it's my Jamaican patois, okay? We've all got ways of speaking, so don't think it's a racist. I could say this one about the Irish one, I could say this one about the no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you could be disabled, you could be whatever. You can only do with what you mean. But guess what? You go into the Pakistan man shop round the corner, you know what you're paying. You go to the wholesaler, it's a fraction of the cost. Because I've just explained, you can wrap it yourself, blah blah. Oh, I haven't got a car, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. Got some people are smart now who's working. They ain't got time to go to the shop or whatnot. They're paying, they're going online now, they're buying the food online. And they're paying a fraction of the cost, it's all delivered to them. It's put in the cupboard. Well, I've gone one step further. When I can't drive anymore, I will still be going to the abattoir. And I will be paying taxi to go to the abattoir. That's only a fiver, and I'm taking 2 days to pack my shopping, and they won't see me for another 3 months. I've just spent 300 quid, that's £100 a month, and I've just saved myself 3 grand, a quarter, so 369, that's 12 grand just on food. I'm not paying heating bills, I'm not paying this, and I'm not paying that. And I'm not doing nothing illegal, it's all perfectly legal. But my parents come from Jamaica. My mum said to me, you can't go hungry, son. Why? Because in Jamaica, everything grows off the land. In Jamaica, in England, it's the same thing, but it's a different way of going about it. The taxman takes the whole lot, so you reverse it. Okay? You cut the taxman out and you put the money in the bank that you save. That's building back interest and it's all circulating in itself. I'm sorry I'm speaking so fast, and to you guys it doesn't make sense. I've got a daughter out there. I taught her how to save, but then she got caught in the system because the boyfriend at the end of the day fought like everybody else. So now she spent all her money in the bank. She's now knocking on more door. Dad, you see where I'm coming from? She was able to buy a car, you know what I mean, so she could drive it because I taught her. But now she's not very well because she's had 3 kids and the boyfriend won't help her. That's not what I mean. I'm not talking about the person. What I'm saying at the end of the day, we can all live comfortably. You've just got to be careful not to listen to the wrong people. You can live, you can have all these things. You don't need to beg, borrow or steal. But I'm not going to create a channel on that because I'm not about money. Okay? I'm about living my life comfortably and playing stupid pixels like this. And you know something? Still, why am I talking about how I've lived over the years? Just about my own business. I work like nobody's business, 18 hours a day, paying taxes and paying this and worrying about, can I afford this? Is the bank's gonna come in and take it? Oh my word! You younger generation, you don't know shit. Okay? And you've been to university, you've got all your degrees, you've got your diplomas, but at the end of the day, you've got a life to lead. Okay? You're gonna have kids, you're gonna get married, you want to have the nice cars, you've got to be able to buy your kids things at birthday, you've got to be able to take kids, missus out on holiday. It all costs money. It's got to come from somewhere. And you can have it all. And then guess what? You reach retirement age, you stop, your body sees up, 5 years later you're dead. It's sad. You've not had time to enjoy life. I stopped work 25 years ago. I'm 65. I stopped at the age of 40 and I've not worked since. And I'm happy with what I've got. But when I was working 24 hours a day, just like I'm playing the game there now, and I was in the cellar. I'm running my own tax company. When I came out that cellar 10 years later, all the kids, they were freaking big men with kids. And I went up to this kid, oh, how are you? You know, that kid to him said, no, you're not talking about me. That's me dad. I said, wow. Then the same thing happened again. My daughter had kids. You know, you see where I'm coming from. It's unbelievable. I'm sorry about the rant, but remember, I'm talking with experience. You're not talking to an idiot, but I do talk like an idiot because it's unbelievable. But it's true. It is true. But I am enjoying every minute. I'm ill at the moment because my little grandchildren, the brats, gave me their flu, gave me their cold. But I love them to bits. And you know something? They crawl up all over me and they look at me and laugh and they beat me in my head and they pull out the grey hair out my nostrils. Yeah. And I said, you wait till I catch you, you little wretches. And they said, silly granddad, you ain't catching me, I'm just keeping you in trim. Yeah, keeping like you say, yeah, you've heard it all. That is the beauty of having green. They keep you fit, they keep you strong. They make life worth living. They make it enjoyable. But that's me at the end of the day. That's me. Okay? And I'm not getting old soon. I've got another 35 years left in my life and I want to enjoy it. Yeah, playing 2-bit console stupid games. Yeah, because it's happy times for me. Everything I want, I have it in my house. I've got my electric car. It runs on water. I've got Vauxhall Ampere I bought 10 years ago. What I've saved on that, I used to have the Aldi A4 S-Line. £20 a day I was spending that. £140 a week I was spending on pet diesel. Yeah, I'm not spending that now. Guess what? That money goes in the bank. I don't need anything. I know you don't want to hear all this, but it's true to life. Okay? But you guys are coming up in the world. You've got new ideas. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? I've lived my life and I'm enjoying the benefits of it now. And I'm not coming on with aching bones or whatnot. And I don't have an enemy on this earth. The only enemies I've got is the people that want to try and rob me blind. They can't. Because at the end of the day, they can, if they want to ask me, I'll give it them. And I don't mean literally give it them. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody needs help at the end of the day. And I'm telling you straight, even at this my age of 65 years of age, people are coming to me and say, okay, go come with my name. No, I won't come out with my name. Pepper, if it wasn't because of you, I wouldn't have been able to feed my kids. Yes, I had my own business. People don't give them jobs because of whatever. And they still shake my hand. But you come into this game called Star Citizens. Oh my word. They're all thieves and scumbags. And I don't mean it in that sense. It's a harsh word. But look at Chris Roberts. He's a game creator. He just wanted to show what he could do. But when they made mistakes, they crucified him. They crucified his family. That's not fucking fair. It's not. You got no right because you want the money, you want what he's got. It's not right. You know what I mean? He earned his privilege, he earned his right, and I know what it's like. And yes, I have met him, and yes, he used to live practically next door from me. You might not believe me, just like you don't believe I'm showing 240 frames a second on this shit. You want proof. But like I said, I go back a long time. I used to be a game creator, but my parents didn't want me doing pixels. I had to go underneath a car fucking getting nuts and bolts out, and you old guys of my age, you know what it's like when you go into a scrapyard and the guard dogs they got in the scrapyard. You're going in there, you're straightening shit. You got your hands covered in oil, and then you got to come home and touch up your girlfriend and all that kind of shit. You know what it's like. You know what I'm saying. But these young guys, they don't know that. But you older guys at my age, you know exactly what I'm saying. All right. But you're not going to turn around and say anything because it's embarrassing. It is. But the first chance I got, I stopped motor mechanics. But everything there is to know about cars, trust me, I know about cars. I'm also a chef. I'm also a bit of an end. I'm a jack of all trades, a master of none. I don't need nothing. But the good thing is, I am enjoying life now. I'm enjoying it. I choose to play this game. I choose to do this. I choose to do that. Okay? No one's telling me. But don't think I'm going to come and knock on your door and say, please beg me a bread. Because the first thing you're going to tell me, charity begins at home. I get it. If you can spare it, you will give it. But you want it back somewhere along the, because sooner or later you will be down on your luck. You will be. But you must remember where you came from. And people in life will upset you, and they will try and take what you've got. That is a fact. I don't have an enemy, and I don't do hate. But chatting the truth at the end of the day, nobody likes to hear about it, because the first thing I will say, take a goddamn look in the mirror. And what you see in the mirror, you ain't gonna like. So only you can change that. I hope I've not scared all you guys off, but that says I'm ill at the moment. I got a call. My grandchildren said, "Hey Dad, I got something to give you." They gave me their snotty nose. A guy tried to nerf the Idris the other day, and I'm putting the Idris back online. You're going to see something in a minute. You're going to say, well, why is this in here? Like I says, I don't have a brain. Yous work it out. Even your own friends will want to take the piss. Why have I got this in here? Now the problem is, it's been stated that you can't set your spawn points on here. It has been stated more than once. Alright? Now remember, is it true or is it not? Because remember, at the end of the day, it's all hearsay. So please, 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 people, do not listen to what people tell you until you've tried it yourself. Alright? Do not tell them what you know, because they will destroy what you have. Okay? But the first question I said to you guys, why is this ship here? Why am I not using the normal med bed? Alright? That's the questions you need to ask yourself. And when you can work that out, you will know why this roleplay is so important.
Yo, I just peeped your last vid, Scott. And man,
I'm not going to go over it. It's not worth it. It really isn't worth it. Okay? But it has cost me out 100,000. And if you don't believe me, look, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not very well. I'm getting a bit annoyed now. Because like I said, I've been insulted so many times. What you see where I'm coming from. I have to get him off the ship. But I will keep this locked. I'm not going. I've said it all already. If you've been watching the streams, you'll know the reasons why this ship is on here. You'll know the reason why this is locked. Hey, just let me strip him. Just go back a couple of seconds. You guys have just come on and you'll see something that the professors told you which was wrong. And I'm not saying nothing, because at the end of the day, like I said, when you try to prove somebody wrong and they're in the front seat, they will take away whatever they can and make out you're the liar, you're the thief, you're the scumbag, you're this and you're that. And it's them, because they don't do the tests that they're supposed to, because they're not proper testers. They're not multi-role bug testers. Okay? They're not. And then to want to be nerfing things, it's not gone their way, like I said. But anyway, I need to strip this guy and get him off the ship. Now this is going to go viral on what I've just done there today, and they will take credits and their ratings will go up. But they need to, and the thing you need to do is ask them. And your point is, whoop, they've all gone zip-zag because they don't know, because they copy. It's good to copy it, but they've got to understand the logic behind it. I haven't said the logic behind it, okay? Because the person tried to nerf this ship and I don't agree with it. I could call his name, but at the end of the day, he's doing good. Why is he doing good? Because the people who can't play the game is getting knowledge. Remember what I said in the beginning, okay? What will interest this person will not interest that person. And the people who can't play the game, something is better than nothing, okay? But I'm not ready at the moment to go through all of this. That's a bug, because that is just being duped or multiplied, because I've got more on this skin, as you can see. Okay, but I'm not going into all that. I need to get him off the ship. But do you think I can get him up the ladder through the Jeffers tube? No, I can't. I'm not going to explain everything because remember, you guys need to learn how to play the game. Alright? It's not fun that I've got to hold your hand like a batty washer all day. Yeah, I do still have me phrases. You know what I mean? I don't mean this so play, but when you listen to phrases, okay, you'll get where I'm coming from. See, I have to do it. One thing, I have to get him off the ship because I cannot land at certain places where I get a crime stat. Reduce his speed now.
You'll find me at Lesky, having my fun. Starfarer Park, tea in my hand. Fugitive Pepper, back in command. Now drop that beat one more time, Levski style.
Remember, I don't want to lose the ship because this ship has a very important say in my roleplay. Everybody's got roleplay and everybody likes to copy, but if they don't understand the logic behind it, alright, you won't. And these gunslingers are what you call them, who do PvP. Remember, you guys are not gunslingers, and if someone comes on your ship and wants to shoot you and you've not got that training, you're going to lose everything you got. This ship is about a week old, it's not dying. I'm trying to get out of the seat without it jumping. It should be okay. As long as it's not touching the bottom. I get back into it. Back to work quick. Bye!
Yeah, I just peeped your last vid. Man, you spoke the pure truth about Star Citizens and those NPCs versus human players. Let me tell you, I've been gaming for over 50 years. Yeah, shocker, right? I'm 65. Don't let the energy fool you. And I've been grinding through the history of pixels from consoles where the only crew you had was 3 random blobs that couldn't even tie their own shoelaces. To now where we got capital ships the size of London skyscrapers. Yeah, 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 yeah. Back in the day, we had NPCs. They were like getting class who never interrupts. Somehow knows all the answers. We're talking the threat, all before Star Citizen even thought about promising multiplayer. But Star Citizen, they came out like, nope, no NPCs on your ship. Human crew only deal with it. And I'm sitting there staring at my screen like, bruh, how is this supposed to work? I got all the capital ships, every single one, including the Javelin. Now I need a human crew. Good luck.
Floating high in the sky, Star Citizen, you and I. Spaceships flying, oh so free through the galaxy will be.
Too damn high.
Stars twinkle in your eyes, love's a journey, no disguise.
Okay.
Universes on playground, in each other we are bound. Love in the stars, love in the stars. Interstellar hearts beating from afar. Planets spinning all was now. In the cosmos we will roam, hand in hand we call it home.
You'll notice I've not turned the engines off. Alright? So that means the ship needs to be serviced.
Solar flares and blazing sight.
And by rights, it should need to be serviced.
Echoes through the atmosphere.
Why? Because this ship is supposed to be able to regen hydrogen.
Interstellar hearts beating from afar.
And yes, it can. I'd have to turn off the shields, and I'm not going to. Balancing that, isn't it?
Flying high in the ship Polaris, pepper guiding through the stars. Galaxies we traverse, fearless, love shines brighter than Mars.
And still do more tests on this.
I find my darling, stardust glimmers in her eyes. No need for wrath, we're never stalling, together we'll light up the skies. Star Citizen, you're my love, guiding us with cosmic glow. Through deep space, a boundless sea, forever you and me.
All I will say to you guys, set your spawn point on this ship and keep the ship locked. Alright?
Planets spinning around us slowly.
And you're dangerous.
Vibrations whisper sweet. In the void we find our holy loves, our endless repeating beat. Nebulae
Doors are locked.
comets racing.
As long as you've got the ship in here,
Skies
you still got perma death.
racing.
You can choose, but make sure you got med gels on there, make sure you got food on there, make sure you got armor, make sure you got your gun, all your survival gear.
Our chorus, peppering our galactic dream.
And you're gonna watch in a few months, everybody's gonna be copying it. I'm not saying everybody's as dumb as me or as simple as me, okay? That's the best way to put it, because I like putting myself down, you see. You know what I mean?
Showers can't deter us in this vast and
Oh, by the way, I'm going to take a break for half an hour. I've not eaten since for 2 days because I've been very, very ill. No, I'm a baby with pneumonia. I caught my grandchildren's cold, you see. So it took away my appetite and the rest of it. So I'm not being able to eat. I do feel a bit hungry now. And I want to get on with my role play. I'm just going to go and sit in my craft. And I find the bloody... Have I got earache? Captain's quarters. Anyway, if you guys liked what I put up there, please put a thumbs up, say something if you disagree, because remember we're all entitled to opinion. But guess what? You've seen two things I did not expect to be showing today. 240 frames per second, and I wasn't even using DLSS. Nothing was on. And what else was it showing? Why the PC is in that ship down there. But remember, this is part of my continuous roleplay at the end of the day, and I'm still building my PC. It's maxed out, but it's not perfectly tuned. But like I said, there's a heck of a lot in this PC. I'm back in 8K and I'm throwing 75 frames per second at the moment in 8K, and my graphics are running at 75% neutrally. Basically I got 20% redundancy. But there's one more added thing to this. I'm actually in 12-bit blah blah blah. It's on my heading. Okay. I call it that, but blah blah, which is higher than 12-bit, which is higher than 10-bit. But the color palette is more than 10-bit, so it should be a better quality. I know what you guys are saying, you can't see it, but you can, because I've got an SDR, I've got the HDR, I'm playing in 8K, and I can see it in 4K. But because my brain isn't adapting, it's telling me it's not there. Why? Because I'm reading what I'm seeing. But I know something's different. The clarity is different. Okay? The sharpness is different. The text is different. We went through the topic of the Pi Max. Okay? How that can save on money and electric bill. We've gone on food, we've gone on everything. Everything has a knock-on effect. It's too much for the average to understand. It doesn't mean you're all as dumb as me, because I'm the dumbest shit out there. I don't mind putting myself down. Why? Because that's how you people see me. Some dumb shit, but remember, you get some big mouth that know it all, that's going to be telling the same thing in a different way. And guess what? You're going to be sat down in front of him with your notepad. You see where I'm coming from? Because he will speak it in a way you can understand it. But why is he doing it? Because he's trying to make money just like everybody else. I get it. So if he didn't show these things, you wouldn't know it. How am I learning all this? Who's showing me? My AI is showing me. But my AI isn't showing me. I already knew the answers. I just need the clarification. I just need the way to explain it. Or you'll be sat here watching me flying around with £15,000 worth of pixels. And I don't mean it in a bad way. Please don't take it that way at the end of the day, because it's not meant that way. You're all sat down there killing yourself laughing. I get it. You know what I mean? I enjoy what I do. I like what I do. And what I'm getting out of this PC is unbelievable. But you know something? I will be away for half an hour. Come and go, watch and read. Go back half an hour, and you might have seen some important topics. But I will be keeping this there going. Alright? And I will find some way of recapping, like our friend just now. I can't remember his name, but he did tell me. Okay. So I call him Z. He had his pointers, but he didn't know I already knew all of this. Okay. Now, I'm not going to insult him because at the end of the day, he was helping me to make you guys understand. I've forgotten a couple of things. So I'm not going to say this, I'm not going to say because it's my stream. No, because he's right. I've done it all before. Years before. With my colleagues. Okay? I've got good friends in my Discord. Saying the same thing. But that's not the way it works. But I know it doesn't. But the point is, I can see it. It turned around again. Well, most people, at the end of the day, they just got tunnel vision. Okay? But it doesn't mean say they're wrong. They're right. But you guys, I'm taking time out for half an hour. Okay? Enjoy the music. Okay? There's a lot more to do. I'm gonna have some breakfast. I'm not eating for 2 days. Okay? You should feel sorry for me. I got pneumonia. I haven't got pneumonia. I got the flu. I haven't got the flu. I caught the frigging cold from my 2 grandchildren. I could strangle the buggers. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Okay? They've been enjoyment to my life. And guess what? When you got grandchildren that piss you off, you can throw them back to the mother. You see, well, when you got kids of your own, you've got to stay there, you've got to look after them and hope one day when they get big people, they're there for you. Teach them well. Oh, it's okay, you guys. I've got to come back in half an hour. The commissioner's in the kitchen there. So, I got to think of what I'm going to do now. I said I was going to check first before I went. Sorry about that, you guys. No, I've got to because I've said I'm going to be away half an hour. Half you guys will be coming back. Some will leave the stream on at the end of the day, and it's not fair. So yes, I'm going to try and make me breakfast. I'll leave everything running. But someone's just come online just now. I will say, scroll back about an hour, half an hour, and catch up back on some of the friends. You might even catch. Wait a minute. Did not see what I put on stream? Discord. No, I'm not gonna mess about. I want something to eat. I'm hungry.
myself again. 65 years of game and I'm still waiting on my NPC crew. Let's go! Started back in pixels, for the world had light when the joystick squeaked and the sprites took flight. Had 3 little blobs that couldn't tie shoes, but they never grieved me, they just followed the rules. Now I'm flying capital ships, skyscraper tall, bought a javelin, baby, cost more than the mall. Then Chris Roberts said, no bots, just friends, and I'm like, bro, you know how this ends. I'm the solo bridge commander, talking to myself again. Voice attack on standby. I track as my friend. NPCs don't call me captain, but they should, my friend. 'Cause humans blow my ship up. Time and time again. They told me get a human crew, it'll be fine. But 3 seconds in, they're starting the conga line. One's playing karaoke, one's shooting the floor, and I'm sitting in the cockpit yelling, who opened that door? Now I'm solo in the verse like a madman in space, talking to reflections, keeping pace with grace. 50 years deep, yeah, still in the game, and if the AI don't help, then Pepper's the name. I'm the solo bridge commander, talking to myself again. Voice attack on standby. I track as my friend. NPCs don't call me captain, but they should, my friend. 'Cause humans blow my ship up. Time and time again. Then I became a fugitive. Not 'cause I'm evil. Now, 'cause I'm reasonable. They chased me through the zones, bullets flying like rain. I was sweating in 0G, whispering don't feel pain. Then I saw that fool playing dead on the floor, so I gave him 3 more shots just to make sure. Moral of the story, NPCs save lives, humans just make memes out of your demise. I'm the solo bridge commander, king of the void. Got my snipe on my ship and my sanity employed. Spend 3 grand on a javelin, that's insane. 'Cause random humans treat it like a crash test game. I'm the solo bridge commander, mirrors my crew. Space ain't for the weak, but it's perfect for a few. When the stars go dark and the comms go dead, I just smile and salute. Good job, me. That's it. Yeah, Star Citizen's beautiful, but until they add NPCs, it's just me, myself, and I. Commanding a 1 billion credit warship. While talking in the coffee machine. Bridge Commander Pepper. Out. Yo, Webby. Yo. Yo, it's Bridge Commander Pepper. Reporting live from Levski, baby. Woo! Yo. PTU's back online, I'm back on the grind. Starfare full of rovers, yeah, 6 at a time. Who even does that? Way back after Port Elizar, when ships were slow like molasses, I rolled into Levski, breaking asteroid masses. Had a Starfare, big belly full of dreams, 6 rovers inside. I was living extreme before the bling, before the pimp my ship scene. Pepper was hustling, cleaning those beams. Anthony Tanaka, the kid, the spark, fought for freedom, left the light in the dark. Turn the thrusters high, rocks in my pocket, fugitive fly. I ain't hiding, I'm just surviving, rolling down corridors, vibes reviving. Levski, baby, you know my name. Bridge Commander Pepper back in the game. Anthony Tanaka, young rebel soul, said no to change. Paid the toll, corporations cried, freedom replied. His story lives on, can't be denied. Now they built a statue, keeping the flame. Every miner whispers that boy's name. So when I dock my ship, I give a salute, then dance like a fool in my EVR suit. Levski got grime, Levski got gold, Levski got air that smells kinda old. I'm walking them halls, taking it slow. One wrong step, boom, down I go. Fuel in my veins, credits and stash. Hide from the you, quick make a dash. Fugitive learn, yeah, I've been schooled.
I'm still here, okay? I hope you. Oh well, yeah. If you're not answering, you must be back there watching the stream and catching up on a few things.
He walked this up, Pepper's back. Levski, baby,
my fun. Starfarer Park, tea in my hand. Fugitive Pepper, back in command. Now drop that beat one more time, Levski style. Back from the black hole, ready for strike. Pretty wake up, Severs online. Levski come back, time for why. Levski sit on a rock in a space. Tell a man name it, cold face place. Used to be miners digging for loot. UV planet pack up, left the suit. So them report is turn it round. Freetown vibes and Gangnam sound. People's Alliance run the base. If lawman come, them can't find trace. Levski, me love the scene. Rusty pipe, but the vibes so clean. Anger, big cargo, deck full. Shops them sell things, me belly full. Levski me yard, Levski me zone. Back in the Peter, you pepper, come on. Yo, check it, we wild in space. Levski got swagger, that's my base. Refuel repair, grab some stew. Peter do patch drop, we brand new. Miners flexing, traders flossing. Who we know, nah, them crossing. Levski under the legalish vibe. If you can't find it, yo, that's my tribe. At a portal, Lisa, me jet off clean. Star for a belly full, 6 rover machine, me rolling out. Them say who that guy? Remember the fugitive flying so sly. Now me back on the block, rhythm in shock. Bassline heavy like a street rock. Anthony Nanaka, youth with
Hey, what's up, little one?
freedom, me give him applause. Levski turn
Look, you bring your little brat them to half kill me. I want to live to 100. What's up? What time do you want to pick you up? Oh, wait a minute, I'm half dying. I'm half dying here. Right, you little bad buck there that tried to kill me, innit? Yeah, right. Give me time to think about this, okay? Because my body's look a bit weak. Yeah, don't think for me, else I'll beat your backside for you. Just give me a minute. I'm actually making me prep. I'm making it for a couple of days. I'll let you know if I'll come out in the corner and come pick you up. Okay? Just give me a minute.
Yeah, I just peeped your last vid.
What do you mean by don't you come granddad me? You give me your germs. Go away from me.
NPCs versus human players. Let me tell you, I've been gaming for over 50 years. Yeah, shot right. I'm 65. Don't let the energy fool you. And I've been grinding through the history of pixels from consoles where the only crew you had was 3 random dogs that couldn't even tie their own shoelaces. To now we got capital ships the size of London skyscrapers. Back in the day we had NPCs like it in class who never interrupts. Somehow knows all the answers. We're talking the threat, all before Star Citizen even thought about promising multiplayer. But Star Citizen they came out like nope, no NPCs on your ship. Human crew only deal with it, and I'm sitting there.
Oh, little one, you listening? I am streaming in the background. I'm just letting them streamers know I am a normal person just like them. I have a family, okay? So, just to let you know what's going on, because you know how I go on already. You know what I mean? So how's the little girl? How is she feeling? All right. Yeah, that's because your sister wants to kill off the whole Sims generation, isn't it? I don't. Oh my.
Flying high in the ship Polaris, pepper guiding through the stars. Galaxies we traverse fearless, love shines brighter than Mars. In the verse I find my darling, stardust glimmers in her eyes. No need for maps, we're never stalling. Together we'll light up the skies.
Yeah, you want to spend me money, innit?
Guiding us with cosmic
What about Blackpool?
And how you gonna get there? Walk?
Well, no, we're not going to take it, obviously.
Who?
Oh, wait, you're not drinking hot chocolate. No, come on, not that hot chocolate. I didn't just want you like it, and I'll be so hungry.
constellations whisper sweet.
Sadly, you guys, you can't hear my daughter. So you guys, you can't hear my daughter and my grandchildren in the background. Somehow I've muted them. Not them in particular, but something happened a few days back and I've not reset it back. But I will do.
Hot chocolate.
Showers can't deter us in this vast and cosmic sea. Every star brings up our chorus, peppering our galactic dream.
I'm not your dad. So, the Christmas presents came in a really big box yesterday for some reason, because the presents weren't even massive. So I turned it into a house store and I put a door and some windows. But I don't know, I was thinking of you, I was thinking, oh, that would be impressive. Nice to meet you. Why is that? Yeah.
It's called being creative, and that's how young children's brains develop. You've got to give them the input so they can materialize it.
Peppering our galactic dream.
Poking his head out. Oh.
I'm not here.
You're gonna take Brendan on a family trip.
No,
To get some presents
no,
for Christmas.
no.
To take from Vietnam and get super credit.
Polaris waits, a shiny glow. Captain Pepper calls the show. Cargo stacking neatly high. Plans for wealth into the sky. What do I do
It's all
to get
17
rich
presents for you.
in this universe so thick? Boxes packed
Ah.
and ships so tight.
Finish my leg.
Pepper's fortune in sight. Galactic trade, journey long. Credits piling song by song. Spaceship loaded, warp ahead. Dreams of luxury in his bed. From Stanton's core to outer rim, Captain Pepper's chances slim. But with hope and cargo strong, he sings his fate in a reggae song. What do I do to get rich quick in this universe so thick? Boxes packed and ships so tight. Captain Pepper's fortune in sight. Galaxies waits, a shiny glow. Captain Pepper calls the show. Cargo stacking neatly high. Plans for wealth into the sky. What do I do to get rich quick in this universe so thick? Boxes packed and ships so tight. Captain Pepper's fortune in sight. Captain Pepper making savage, hanging in his own hangar stage, moving boxes full of dreams. Polaris shines with silver beams. He's got a ship of carbon, so soaring stars like an ocean.
do I have to do to shine? To break the chains of every line. Rich as gold, my endless climb. In the void where stars align. Dreams of fortune, life of splendor, yet the struggle feels so tender. In the skyship swift defender, riches bold, how can I render? Galaxies, no end in sight. Through the cold, deep cosmic night, Pepper's rage takes lofty flight. Wealth galore, his final ride. What do I have to do to shine? To break the chains of every line. Riches gold, my endless climb. In the void where stars align. What do I have to do to shine? To break the chains of every line. Riches gold, my endless climb. In the void where stars align. What do I have to do to shine? To break the chains of every line. Riches gold, my endless climb. In the void where stars align. In the void where stars align. In the void where stars align.
I'm not here, I'm eating.
Star citizens whisper, rich tells it is here, but riches disappear.
Yes, I'm still here, you guys. I'm on the last leg of my breakfast. Another 5-10 minutes. I don't want to keep talking, I'll get indigestion. As you can see.
reasons got me talking to myself again. 65 years of gaming, I'm still waiting on my NPC crew. Let's go! Started back in pixels, for the world had light when the joystick squeaked and the sprites took flight. Had 3 little blobs that couldn't tie shoes, but they never grieved me, they just followed the rules. Now I'm flying capital ships, skyscraper tall, bought a javelin, baby, cost more than the mall. Then Chris Roberts said, no bots, just friends, and I'm like, bro, you know how this ends. I'm the solo bridge commander, talking to myself again. Voice attack on standby. I tracked as my friend. NPCs don't call me captain, but they should, my friend, 'cause humans blow my ship up time and time again. They told me get a human crew, it'll be fine, but 3 seconds in, they're starting the conga line. One's playing karaoke, one's shooting the floor, and I'm sitting in the cockpit yelling, who opened that door? Now I'm solo in the verse like a madman in space, talking through reflections, keeping pace with grace. 50 years deep, yeah, still in the game, and if the AI don't help, then Pepper's the name. I'm the solo bridge commander, talking to myself again. Voice attack on standby. I track as my friend. NPCs don't call me captain, but they should, my friend, 'cause humans blow my ship up time and time again. Then I became a fugitive, not 'cause I'm evil, now 'cause I'm reasonable. They chased me through the zones, bullets flying like rain. I was sweating in 0G, whispering don't feel pain. Then I saw that fool playing dead on the floor, so I gave him 3 more shots just to make sure. Moral of the story, NPCs save lives, humans just make memes out of your demise. I'm the solo bridge commander, king of the void. Got my sniper, my ship, and my sanity employed. Spend 3 grand on a javelin, that's insane, 'cause random humans treated like a crash test game. I'm the solo bridge commander, mirrors my crew. Space ain't for the weak, but it's perfect for a few. When the stars go dark and the comms go dead, I just smile and salute. Good job, me. I said, yeah, Star Citizen's beautiful, but until they add NPCs, it's just me, myself, and I, commanding a 1 billion credit warship, while talking in the coffee machine. Bridge Commander Pepper, out your way. Yo, it's Bridge Commander Pepper. Reporting live from Levski, baby. Woo! Yo, PTU's back online, I'm back on the grind. Starfare full of rovers, yeah, 6 at a time. Who even does that? Way back after Portalese off, when ships were slow like molasses, I rolled in the left ski, breaking asteroid masses. Had a Starfare, big belly full of dreams, 6 rovers inside. I was living extreme before the bling, before the pimp my ship scene. Pepper was hustling, cleaning those beams. Anthony Tanaka, the kid, the spark, fought for freedom, left the light in the dark. Turn the thrusters high, rocks in my pocket, fugitive fly. I ain't hiding, I'm just surviving, rolling down corridors, vibes reviving. Levski, baby, you know my name. Bridge Commander Pepper back in the game. Anthony Tanaka, young rebel soul, said no to chains, paid the toll, corporations cried, freedom replied, his story lives on, can't be denied. Now they built a statue, keeping the flame, every minor whispers that boy's name. So when I dock my ship, I give a salute, then dance like a fool in my EVR suit. Levski got grime, Levski got gold, Levski got air that smells kinda old. I'm walking them halls, taking it slow, one wrong step, boom, down I go. Fuel in my veins, credits and stash, hide from the you, quick make a dash. Fugitive learned, yeah, I've been schooled. Survival 101, Pepper's rule. Levski, turn the bass up loud, we're free again, singing proud. Anthony's spirit guided my track, he walked us up, Pepper's back. Lefsky, having my fun. Starfarer Park, tea in my hand. Fugitive Pepper, back in command. Now drop that beat one more time, Lefsky style.
Pepper on the mic, back from the black hole, ready for strike. Pretty wake up, servers online. Lefsky come back, time for why. Lefsky sit on a rock in a space. Tell a man name it, cold face place. Used to be miners digging for loot. UV planet pack up, left the suit. So them report bills turn it round. Freetown vibes and gang sound. People's Alliance run the base. If lawman come them can't find trace. Lefsky me love the scene. Rusty pipe but the vibes so clean. Anger big cargo deck full. Shops them sell things me belly pull. Lefsky me yard, Lefsky me zone. Back in the Peter you pepper come on.
Yo, check it, we wild in space. Lefsky got swagger, that's my base. Refuel repair, grab some stew. Peter do pots drop, we brand new. Miners flexing, traders flossing. Who we knows he nah them crossing. Lefsky under the legalish vibe. If you can't find it, yo, that's my tribe.
And the portal is me jet off clean. Star for a belly full 6 rover machine. Me rolling out. Them say who that guy? Pepper the fugitive flying so sly. Now me back on the block. Rhythm in shock. Bassline heavy like a street rock. Antonin a knocker. Youth with a cause. Fight for freedom. Me give him applause. Lefsky turn up the sound. Left party ships come around. Freetown hustler rebel soul. Reggae beat burning nebula gold. Lefsky me yard. Lefsky me throne. Pepper survive. Me claim the zone. So when the punch load slow, me sip me tea. Watching them ships drift past me knee. Delamar rough but me heart strong. Pepper and Lefsky them get along. Now drop the rhythm, DJ rewind. Me fugitive style, one of a kind. Lefsky forever. Me say.
Yeah, I just peeped your last vid, and man, you spoke the pure truth about Star Citizens and those NPCs versus human players. Let me tell you, I've been gaming for over 50 years. Yeah, shocker, right? I'm 65, don't let the energy fool you, and I've been grinding through the history of pixels from consoles where the only crew you had was 3 random blobs that couldn't even tie their own shoelaces. To now where we got capital ships the size of London skyscrapers. Yeah. Back in the day, we had NPCs. They were like the polite kid in class who never interrupts, but somehow knows all the answers. We're talking the threat, all before Star Citizen even thought about promising multiplayer. But Star Citizen, they came out like, nope, no NPCs on your ship. Human crew only deal with it, and I'm sitting there staring at my screen like, bruh, how is this supposed to work? I got all the capital ships, every single one, including the Javelin. Now I need a human crew. Good luck.
Floating high in the sky, Star Citizen, you and I. Spaceships flying.
Sorry again, my mistake. Yeah, I keep off-keying my mic by mistake. Now, the commissioner's just got up and she's just been reading. and she's very upset because she's just listened to what this guy just said, and she didn't like what was going on. And she used my words at the end of the day, and your point is, my point is at the day, it's just not worth it. I'm glad for everybody's advice, but it doesn't mean I don't know. People don't like to be told yes or no when they're in the driver's seat. I turn around to listen and see your point is. He says this game is not a game of the past, it's a game of the future. And your point is, when we first came in the game, okay, we was told we cannot play the game on our mobile phone. If you want to enjoy the game, you have to spend your money. What she meant, and she was right 100%. I'll get back to that. Our friend turned round and says not much people has got 8K and 4K, and it's straight on your PC. There's a lot of open loops there, and everybody's got 1080p and 2K. Bullshit. And your point is, it puts strain on your PC. And your point is, excuse me, you're wrong. How? And that's when I remembered I'd spoken to you before about something else. And your point is, if you want to play Star Citizens, when I came into the game 10 years ago, I had a shitty laptop built for Star Trek Online, top tier, what do you call it, £4,000. It would not play Star Citizens. It was only 4 years old because of the graphics. And my point is, I went out and bought a cheap laptop. I still got that laptop now for £1,000. I still got that laptop 10 years later. Okay? And all I put in there is an SSD. 10 years. Now, it's an M20 blah blah blah, 24 gigabytes of RAM, 2 graphics card, IGP. And you know something? It's the God's honest truth, I'm using it right now. And I'm looking at it. The bloody laptop is displayed in 4K. But I never knew that. Because at that time, people said, it's not got the horsepower. Turn this down, turn that down, blah, blah, blah. It's not optimized. So it can't do it. I turned it down and I lost on performance. And my point is, the first thing he said, there's strains on your PC. Rubbish. Yes, it is. Things wear out over time. But it's still rubbish. Has he got something that has burnt out because he's done this? And the answer to that question is no. He hasn't. I've got a 10-year-old laptop here. Okay? Not going to go through all the specs. And everything works on it till this day. And it can play Star Citizens with 24 gigs of RAM. And my point is, his point was, at the end of the day, nobody has got 4K and 8K. Yes, that is true. I agree. The point is, at the end of the day, what did he have? I'm not saying he hasn't got it, but at the end of the day, if you want to play this game, don't hold other people back. Alright? Because you haven't got it. Because them people who's only got 1080p stop CIG from developing the game because they wanted to run in Xbox. It doesn't work. Technology doesn't move on. Okay? If you want to play the game, you have to expand and you have to explore. And my point is, oh, you can't see it. Well, excuse me, I get it. I really do understand. I'm running my PC in this what and what no and everything breaking technology. You guys can't see, I get it. But the point is, it's on the radar. And if you want to enjoy it, you'll have to spend your money. Do you think CIG is gonna put 4 megabytes on there so you can play it for your convenience? No, because they're there to make money. They want to do breaking technology. They want to move forward. But because you don't want it, everyone must follow your way. Nobody wants to play in 1080p, 2K. Everybody wants the best. Can they afford it? If you want it bad enough, you can get it. Forget about me at the moment. Alright? So at the end of the day, like I said, then he turned around and he was talking about the hologram. That comes down to entities. Turning off is right. I already knew about that. I went into Spectrum. I put in my ads in there because it's empty. Because the PCs was too slow. It couldn't handle it. But the game is not supposed to be run on a 2-bit, 5-bit mobile phone. It is a state-of-the-art game to be played in the future. And when it's there, you will enjoy it. I'm breaking barriers on my PC which I've never even seen. I've got a 10-year-old PC which I built 10 years ago and it's kicking ass. SLI, 256 gig of RAM and all these things. And guess what? 6 months ago, you're not going to believe this, I said I got 2 1080 Ti's. Cost me nearly what? £2,000 back in the day. Yeah, all the fans went in one step. Just like that, all 6 fans went. £2,000 it cost me for that. What would you have said? You would have said, bin the shit, it's old. Did I bin it? No, I did not. I sent off to Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Bought 6 fans for £24. Yeah, bought 6 fans for £24 from Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Somewhere across the world. It came within 6 weeks. Put them fans on my 1080 Ti. Put them back in my 10-year-old rig. Bang! Guess what? The bloody same shit now is doing 8K, 4K on those graphics cards. But guess what? I want to keep up with the Joneses. I want DLSS. I want ray tracing. I want this because my friends got that and I'm going to keep up with Joneses. And I've got a bloody PC out there that cost me £4,000 8 years ago that saved me money at the end of the day. And it can run Star Citizens at ridiculous frame rates. And the point is, how much that PC cost me? It cost me 4 or 5 grand. But you divide that 5 grand in 10 years, that's £500 a year. Alright? £500 a year. That PC's cost me. And you'd have upgraded your PC 5 times. Not CIG. Intel's doing the same thing. They're going to be following the same suit as AMD. AMD's come backwards compatible, but for the Intel to be backwards compatible, you have to buy all the latest tech now and upgrade as they come out. And so if your PC costs 10 grand next year, it's going to cost you 30 grand the year after. But if you buy the PC 10 years from now, it will be a benefit. But what I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, don't follow other people. Spend what you can afford. Do your research. Do your testing yourself. Because if you don't, you'll be paying to keep the Pakistan man alive. And I know I'm not making much sense. And the guy is cool. At the end of the day, he's cool. But he doesn't know what I know. And I don't know what was in his PC. Okay? If I said to him, I'm throwing 230, 40 frames at the moment in 4K, the first thing you're going to turn around and say, you're a liar. I want proof. Excuse me, he doesn't need proof. Because if he knew his shit, he could see by just looking in his screen. What do I mean by that is, the quality's sharper, the colour's sharper, the animation's sharper, because it's all compressed because of the tools that's being used. See? That's acknowledgement at the end of the day. Another guy comes on, talks about Star Citizen. I'm all Star Citizen related. But my PC is hybrid. And it is one of the fastest PC only for the next 3 months when all the new tech comes out next year. Okay? But how long will my PC last? That is the question. Will I need to upgrade my PC? No, I don't need to upgrade my PC. How do I know that? I've got a 10-year-old PC there right now, which I've learned from. And what I've learned on this PC, alright, I'm now making my old PC that's 10 years old even faster. And guess what? I'll be linking both PCs together. And it's running ridiculous. There's so much to say about technology. And we don't know it all. You've got to take advice from people with a grain of salt and use it to the best of your advantage. But don't let someone turn around because he's got a Mini and you can afford a Rolls Royce and he puts you into a Mini. Okay? And I'm not trying to badmouth him, I'm not trying to put him down, because at the end of the day, I don't think as quick as people. But it doesn't mean say I'm as smart as them. But the point is, what I see is what I don't believe. And what I don't believe, how the hell am I going to explain it to you? Okay? Star Citizens is the future of gaming industry, the future of technology and all the rest of it. Okay? That's just one of many. But I said to people 3 years ago before Gen 5 come out, when Gen 5 come out, this will be the beginning of Star Citizens and then moving forward. I wasn't lying. Because now, I'm seeing shit that I can't believe. You think I would have believed you can get 250 frames per second playing this game? No. Bottleneck this. It's all sorts. But you're watching this now, right? In 8K. In 12-bit color format. Well, I can't see it, doesn't matter. But you can see it. Okay? You can see it in the animation. You can see it in the color pixels. You can't see it as much as I. You can see the way the colors popping. You can see it. But you can't see it to the quality because your brain has told you it's not there. But it is there. But when you go to buy your PC, the first you say, I've got 500 quid. And so you're going to buy a PC for 500 quid. No, don't do that. On your wildest dream, do not do that. Put that £500 in the bank and leave it. Alright? Next year, that £500 will buy you the same PC and a whole lot more to go with it. Why? Because things deflate in price so fast. Okay? That's reason number one. And you get your money's worth. My PC cost me £6,000. Next year, it's only worth £3,000. But the point is, if I keep the PC for 10 years from now, I make a saving. But anyway, I'm going a bit off colour. Anyway, just look at this at the end of the day. This at the moment, is the frame rate is not as smooth. I can see that. Because it's juddering. Now, I can go back to what I was doing before and lessen the frame rates, turn down the graphics, do this and do that, and it works. Alright? Because I'm not going to do that, I'm just going to go into Afterburner and increase the frame rates. Turn off to take off the cap. You can't see this, alright? But one thing you would notice, the graphic is a lot smoother. You don't need numbers, your own intelligence. With me there moving around the planet and the moon, right? It's not a strobe, and guess what? I'm throwing 120 frames per second. Yeah, I am. Alright? So that's your intelligence. If I want more frame rates, okay, I can drop the color, I can do this, I can do that. But the point is, it's called balancing for what your PC will work on. That's what it's all about. A few months ago, when I came on, I got the pistol card me. Hey, Pepper, why are you playing the game in 45 frames per second? It's like you've got a Ferrari and you're using it in a minute. I said, yeah, because I didn't know about the PC, I was still learning. because I was listening to everybody else. I don't want to burn my PC out. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Oh, I can't buy more RAM and whatnot. I'm throwing now in 8K 124 frames per second, and the colors are out of this world, and it's as smooth as a baby's backside. And guess what? I'm streaming in 60 frames per second, alright? At 30 kilobits. And I'm going to stop the stream in about a couple of minutes, alright? And what I'm going to be then doing it, I'm going to see if I can push it to 90 frames on streaming quality. What are you doing? Whoa, slow down. Slow down. Please slow down. You don't need 90 frames per second because Mr. Bug can't watch in 90 frames per second, so what's the point? The point is, your TV is 120 frames per second. You're not going to want to watch it at 23 frames per second. That's the first point. There's got to be a sweet spot. The point is a sweet spot. Alright? If you're watching the game in 60 frames per second, you're not going to be happy with 60 frames. Remember, streaming quality is 60 frames. I'm going VR. Standard VR is 90 frames per second. Alright? So guess what? All of a sudden, I want to build up my streaming to 90 frames per second. You already know between 20 and 30 where the benefit is there. Smoothness, no strain. Well, it's not a question of they ain't got it. It's a question of understanding what I'm saying. The VR IMAX is 90 frames per second. The brain will not accept anything less than 30 frames per second where you don't get mental brain sickness, double standard visions and the whole lot. Yes, I've done my research and I'm not bullshitting. So if I can stream at 90 frames, you've got the 1:1 ratio of 90 frames. If I can stream in 12 color bit, I've still got, well, not quite full color bit, or YH444, and it's not in 8K, it's in 4K. I'm still getting the quality. I'm the frames at the minute, it's at 12 frames per second. I'm not selling the kidney at 400 watts. Everything's come down. And you know what? I'm going to now try and change my frame rates on the bit. I don't know if it'll show it on there. You can't see it unless your monitor can go that high. If you've got the streaming quality, you will see this how smooth it is. Okay? But you've got to understand it. The technology's there, but nobody's showing it. Alright? YouTube has capped it all. Okay? But you're not going to listen to me because I don't know anything. And when I do show you, you're ignorant to the fact. I don't understand it myself. Okay? So guess what? I'm talking to a stupid talking AI. So it can explain to me so I do understand what's going on. And guess what? I'm going back, go back and tell you, you're scratching your head. What the fuck is this guy talking about? But when the AI explains it, I get it now. You see where I'm coming from? Alright. Be back in 4 minutes. I'm going to turn up my bit rate to 90 frames per second. Now that should basically put my bit rate to 45. And YouTube says 55. But remember, there's a whole lot going on, so I might have to do it twice. 3 times at the most. Remember, I'm testing my graphics. So I got to go back into my graphics. I got to land in my bed. And remember, nobody's doing this because nobody's thought about it. And everybody wants to save money. But you can all see how smooth this is. You understand when you're doing streaming and 60 frames is for fast motion gaming, as you already know, and 30 is for chat talking and whatnot. You understand that because somebody took the time to explain. Alright? So use that same format when I move to 90 frames per second. It's the same thing, okay? And then I got to see what my brain is telling me and what I see. It's not what you say and what you see, because I got to find some way I'll explain, because you'll never see it, because your brain will not absorb it. My brain doesn't understand it. So if I don't understand it, how the fuck am I going to explain it? I don't know shit. Okay? But it's there. And then when you know all of this, and you start cutting things down, you won't be spending £400 on RAM, £1,000 on RAM. You know what I mean? To keep the tech giants in business. Because you know you've done more work, you don't need to. I'm at the moment, it's a God honest truth, I am in 8K and I'm at 140 frames a second. That is no lie. You want proof? You don't need proof. Your intelligence can tell you how smooth those graphics are. Your intelligence can tell you how sharp the graphics are. You see where I'm coming from? That's all you need. Don't need to listen to people. Use your own common sense. Don't tell nobody, because they want to be inside. You go to tech and you tell them that they're losing money, they're going to tell you it's all bullshit, because somebody's losing their jobs. Why do you think the PCs are cutting down on the power? Because the servers has found out, hey, I'm not paying all this money. It's too freaking much on my electric bill. I got to add it onto the consumers and they're not paying it. Well, like I said to you before, the RAM's going up. It's doubled in price. It's still going to go up because of AI. AI wants to do? They want more RAM. Guess what? To get more RAM, they're going to need a motherboard. They're not advertising that. Motherboard's going to shoot up in price. So guess what? What costs £1,000? It's cost nearly 2-3 bloody grand. You can't afford it, so you're not going to buy it. They're going to be forced to come down, but they're not going to come down in price. They're going to come out with new technology, because we're all idiots. But I can afford it, because I'm using their money to spend. So my friend there, don't think I'm putting him down. I'll just say you've got to have an open mind at the end of the day. It's okay to put people down with what you know. I get it. I took being bullied, but I can't be bullied. I've been criticised at the end of the day. But the question is, what do you really know? You don't know. You've only been listening to what people have said. How, my point is, have you got it? No, you have not got it. So for when you haven't got it, you cannot explain it because you haven't seen it. That's my point. But me, I can't speak the Queen's English to explain it to make you understand. You can speak the Queen's English and you can make other people understand. And that's what makes you valuable to me. I've been doing this years. I come out of the stream, okay, and people watch it. And I know my work because they come out and they translate it in their own language. Alright? I'm not going to mention another name. He won't go over 120k. But I've looked into his PC and I understand the reasons why he can't go over 120k. And I've got the same tech and I'm doing 240k and I'm not using DLSS. I'm not using fake gen and I'm not using this and I'm not using that. So how is it being done? I can't read them right. I can't spell my own name. So how am I doing it? I'm not walking backwards and forwards because I'm rabbiting. I really want to go to 90 frames. And if it does show it, it will show it in the bottom. If it shows 90 frames, okay, you guys are playing 120k, alright? And that means most of you guys have got monitors of 120k. There's no performance loss, only 30%. I have never seen these frame rates in all the years I've been playing this game. Never. Alright? So I'm talking through my ass. And I'm not going to prove nobody wrong because I don't know myself. So restart your game in about 5 minutes. Now make it 10 minutes, you guys. And if it works, I will tell you the numbers.
F8 lightning ready for fly, leaving Hunger Bay, high in the sky. Polaris strong, we set the pace. Smooth lovers rock with style and grace. Rhythm sweet, slow and true.